conclusion at the end as spoiler free as I can. You can skip to there if you want to avoid spoilers, but as a quick answer I'll just say, give it a watch. I'll go into details why in this video. I started playing Vanguard physically and constantly when the overdressed anime started, and was disappointed to see that, well, how disappointed I felt watching it. My issue with the dress series really came to a favorite pitch with the, spoiler alert, ending of the episode when Urara defeats Tomari using Leonord Mask for the first time. They did a great job building up to this moment, even ending a very sweet episode with a shot of the uniformers building as Urara unexpectedly walks into what is led to believe the brainwashing camp of this season's villains. I was super intrigued to see how this whole thing was going to turn out, how these new mask units were going to play out both in the anime and in the TCG. And then in that same episode we see Yu Yu showing up, and in the preview, fighting her, like right away. No time to let it sit. No time to wonder if Urara was evil. Had she betrayed her friends? What will become of this? What are the implications of this? Or anything. She instantly gets curve stomped by Yu Yu next episode, comes back to the good guys through the power of friendship and forced metaphors, and all that build went to nothing. Another similar moment that was the nail in the coffin was Danji vs Megami in the last Will Dress season. This had literally no build-up and led to no real resolution and could not have been more rushed. I couldn't keep suspending my disbelief while watching these. I could instantly tell that they were just random thrown together story beats so that they could sell the new Magnolia and Bruce cards that were in the upcoming set. That they had to make up some crap about seeing your reflection in a mirror because the new RRR in the set just happened to be called Mirror's Verena. Not because there was a story to tell, not because there was any passion behind this. It was all just because there was a product to promote, and they had to use the anime as the vehicle. The thing with good media, or anime, or video games is that even though underlying everything it's trying to make money, and trying to make you believe in this world, you can suspend your disbelief and be immersed in that world, in the story and its characters, if it's good. I could never really get that feeling with the dress anime. So in Divines, I wanted to see how long it would take me before this happened to me again. Let's start with episode 1. Episode 1 was solid. We got a quick introduction to the characters and general plot. Essentially, we have 6 fated duelists who each get a new fancy card. They must compete between each other to see who wins and who gets their wish granted. Our main character has a sick little sister with some mysterious anime disease. You know, the one that is never mentioned by name, but just happens to keep someone bedridden in a hospital for the entirety of their screen time. This becomes our main character, Akina's goal to compete, so that he can wish for his sister to get better, even though he apparently doesn't care for Vanguard and has never played. This episode introduced us briefly to the other 5 fated in Mikoto, who is a former idol, now who is aiming to be a pro Vanguard player, returning characters from the Dress series, Taizo and Masanori, and finally Sho, some nihilist that wants nothing, or whatever. The episode also introduced us to Gabe Lewis, the mascot character for the series and the host/recruiter of this tournament. This strange floating dragon creature approaches each player after they've received their fated card and informs them about the fated clash. We end this episode with the main character, Akina, getting his fated card, learning about the fated clash, and vowing to learn Vanguard and win this fated clash to wish for his sister's health. Overall, I was cautiously immersed, but I liked this episode. My only comment was that this is the 4th time that we've had a protagonist for this Vanguard series who doesn't play Vanguard at the start of the series, learns Vanguard on the first episode, and becomes the best player in the entire series by the end of it. At least here, Akina has this sort of kind of non-plus attitude about the game, and his sister was the bigger fan out of the family, and he only ends up playing the game to actually save his sister instead of just the usual thing, Vanguard is fun. I guess that's an interesting enough wrinkle for now. I like this cast a lot. I actually really like the main character, Akina. Except I should bring up the elephant in the room of him looking like a carbon copy of the previous protagonist, Yu Yu. My theory is that Vanguard has been rebooted twice already, and so closely together, that they went ahead and decided to make Akina look like an older version of the previous protagonist, Yu, instead of someone completely different, so that it didn't come off as a third hard reboot at this point, but just a continuation whenever someone, for example, sees any of the promotional material or sees any of the new booster sets. They will think, okay, Vanguard's still going, instead of, oh, okay, we're doing this song and dance again. Episode 2 is our usual teaching fight. In this episode, we go over how to play the game, some of the new mechanics as well. We pick off from the last episode where Akina asks Now, who he works with, to teach him how to play. Then go to Stray Cat, where Megumi, from the previous series, is now working. They fight with the new trial decks, which are of course a product releasing for this era of Vanguard. They end the fight with the foreshadowing of a 6 damage heal being a possibility in a fight, but with Now winning either way. Akina enjoys his first fight, buys cards, and goes home to build up his deck. Then, at the end of the episode, we get to reveal that the fated clash will start right now, with Akina and Now fighting in the first round. As I mentioned, they use the trial decks that will be released in real life to coincide with this anime. Midway through the fight, Akina gets excited and super into Vanguard and recommends actually playing with skills, which was insanely ironic, as many players have been blasting these trial decks as a product for not having cards with actual skills. It only contains, I think, 3 cards that actually have any skills, the vast majority of it, 97%, let's say, just being blank cards that just have no skilled text. That said, I was still immersed, as while this was obviously showing off a product to market it, it played a natural role in the narrative. It didn't feel contrived. After this episode ended, I was super conflicted for many reasons. I really enjoyed it, but was hit with this wombo combo of a bunch of different things I disliked, possibly happening next episode. Like the anime rushing into the fated clash already, my new favorite character Now getting a loss instantly, Akina, who just after barely caring about Vanguard in episode 1, is now just going to flat out beat his super competitive teacher in the next episode. Yet again, another female character in the Vanguard series not getting any time to shine, and this whole tournament just having 0 stakes or impact. There was a lot riding into episode 3. I felt it would make or break my immersion and this series for me. Episode 3 gives us our first fated clash, Now versus Akina. It was a fun fight to watch, revealing both of their cards and divine skills. In the end, Akina wins thanks to his divine skill, turning a critical trigger into a heal on 6 damage, like the foreshadowing from the previous episode. They did an amazing job with this reveal, as they built it up with Akina's dialogue, just for it to reveal it being a critical trigger instead of a heal. While it seemed to be over, Akina's divine skill kicked in, making that critical trigger act as a heal, allowing him to heal on 6. A very cool way to misdirect and subvert expectations. So it's been a while, but I was actually able to enjoy Card Fight from the anime in such a long while, despite feeling like I could just never have this feeling ever again. I went into it hoping that they would show some kind of depth and long-term story building, having Akina lose, give him some space to grow as a character and a fighter while also letting Now shine. I thought it would be the kind of thing where he would lose this fated clash and, you know, good luck kid, try again next time. Maybe even face the repercussions of losing or of whatever the winner's wish ended up being. I just couldn't, and still can't to this point, envision how the story could progress for more than 1 season past these next 6-7 episodes if they just had Akina bum rush through this fated clash. Leading up to the anime season starting, Bushiroad made this fated clash seem like this huge epic bout. However, I should have learned my lesson.
It's a very nice green screen we got there. Alright, sorry I'm a bit late and all over the place today. Let's lower this a smidge, I think like right around there, that should be good. And let's just go ahead and this, there we go. I wish the English version would just translate the slides to make things a lot easier, but they don't. Actually, let's go over to this one. So we can see the whole thing. No, I'll switch back to the other one. Sorry, I was gonna do this beforehand, but I just got a little caught up. Cool. No. This one's fine. That one, there we go. And let's get you guys back, sorry. That is wrong. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright. So that's there, that's that. There we go. Alright. How's everyone doing? Sorry about all that. While we're at it, while we're fucking shit up, I need to just sort this because it's like all the way at the bottom for some reason. Put that there. And then switch back here. You guys get to get a sneak peek at the build, I guess. Oh no, I put CFA away. Okay, never mind. You guys don't get to see shit. So let's go back here. Sorry. Anyways, sorry about that. We're gonna have to talk about Zorgussy in the set 4 episode. It actually came out for set 5, so not gonna be for a while. Sup, how's everyone doing? Reading a trivia panel only tells me that Zorgussy was the first creator ever released, and that's it. Guess they were playing around with the concept before Novell Bang. Yeah, that's what everyone keeps telling me, and I keep hearing a bunch of like speculation, but never like anything like secure. So I've heard that it was apparently that Great Nature didn't have enough support, so they released that to support it, which makes no sense. But I've heard that a couple of times, and the only like concrete that I've heard for specifically why they use an expiration date versus a ban list, right? That's my main issue. I don't care about the fact that the card became unplayable after a point in time. It was the fact that they specifically on the card wrote out text as an expiration date. That's the part that baffles me. But the only reason I've seen is that they were just trying out that as opposed to a ban list, which doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, you have an SB Dream Nibbling that you're gonna use over the new starter. I will use anything over any of those two disgusting starters, to be honest. What's up, Gunmetal? Se cambia todos las veces el día. I'm gonna assume, considering the last previous chats, Zara, that's not gonna make any sense, and it's gonna be something weird. So I'm just gonna ignore it, like I usually do when you type random things. Then the promo page said it was a box hopper for set 4. I'm pretty sure it was a box hopper for set 5, actually. What I remember. Back to Grand Blue, the fighting game you got with me? No. Pick that up. Someday. Zorgo feels easier to pilot now that it just crits. I mean, that was always Zorgo. That was never not Zorgo. But I will agree that it doesn't really seem like much has changed. It's just the same exact shit. You just don't need the like mask stuff anymore is really the only difference that I can think of. But it's just essentially the same thing, just slightly better. Because you have an extra roaming prison. And you have an ability to get extra aggro because you can... 1, Divine Skill lets you restand. 2, you can swing in. And if you called it from drop with the skill, you can retire it. So you don't have to worry about doing all these weird shenanigans anymore. But yeah. You don't add a card again, etc, etc. At this point, yes, I know you guys have told me. There's a free version you can get at any time. Buy it so you can, so I can boot me as Grant. Is that a boot? A boot? Is that a Canadian thing? What's going on there? But yeah, I always get that confused with like the other version. That's like an RPG or something like that. I thought that was a new version of the fighting game until recently I learned that that's not the case. It's a lot of less. It is less of a convoluted multi-step mess. There's too many words. Yeah, there's too many multi-steps in this reading. It is less of a convoluted multi-step mess like Mask, but there's a lot of places where you can mess up catastrophically. Can you really? Like, I don't know. You're writing lyrical genius? I don't know what that means. Oh no, it's a wet person. It is indeed ocean stuff. We'll be talking about all types of wet and ocean and fish of all the sorts. Too many directions you can take octopus Zorga. Is there directions? What direction is there? Isn't it just, I feel like it's dumb easy where it's just in terms of deck building, it's just the roaming prison dragons, the new roaming prison dragon, and orders, right? And it's just call those out, swing crit, win game. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's. I don't know. Let's get into this. If you manage the wrong order and pick the wrong card to mill, you're gonna regret it. I mean, yeah, but I don't. Yeah, if you play the wrong card, you're gonna regret it. But I don't see how that's any different, right? And then yes, Zorga's a skill-intensive, one of the more skill-intensive decks, but I feel like it hasn't changed drastically, right? You want draw piler, grindier? You have 4 rear guards that get crit. What are you grinding? What do you mean? You're just bashing face with crits. What is there to grind, bro? This man has no ass to be grinding on anything. He's just going all fucking face first into anything. There's no grinding that he had, but so let's play this. We got a lot to talk about. Might not even get to test today. I don't know, because there's just a lot I want to try and talk about. And we'll see if Zorgussy doesn't take up the entirety of the stream. We'll see. So, first things first, we got this ugly ass thing. Azim, I hope you don't like this thing. The only thing I like about this name is that its name is funny. It's Disastrous Slurper. That's hilarious. Other than that, like, fucking ill. And I guess the fact that these look like Christmas lights, that's okay. By the way, I have a new, it's the same mic, but I got a bunch of new stuff. So I have a shock mount, which I don't think will matter, but I mainly needed it to have a different you would be a disastrous slurper. I needed a new mount for the mic, so now I don't have to like constantly strap. As you always see me, I'm constantly like tweaking it every stream. I don't have to do it anymore. I haven't touched it at all. And then I also got a new pop filter, so it's not this like weird giant thing in front of my face. So we're all good to go. Hopefully it sounds fine, and we're good. Yes, Slurpees. You'd be surprised at how much DZ decks can guard a Zorg turn with no problem. I don't know about all that, man. I don't know. Y'all always try to make Zorg seem complicated and philosophical when it's just, I get crit. Swing game. No PG. Fuck you. But, yeah, I don't like this thing. Sorry. I'm not a big fan of, like, what are they called? Crustaceans? I don't like that kind of stuff. Octopus and like I forgot what those things are called, but those things I'm a little bit better with. I know this falls into that general territory, but I just don't fucking like them. A cellulopod. Okay. Mollusks? That sounds like something different. But yeah, crustaceans, I guess is that accurate? Like crabs and lobsters and those things creep me the fuck out. For the most part. But like there's a giant like crab that's in like Japan or whatever. Like if I get one of those, if I see one of those, I'm either running screaming or I'm like punching it to death. Like I will have either fight or flight to like the maximum. But alright, enough of that. Going on next, here's the thing. I'm gonna like this person's comment every single time until they actually answer about Dear Days. Most likely running and scream, nah, I'll throw some punches. I'm swapping this out for Carl's and Cristiano's, but it's alright, fair. I mean, oh right, Cristiano's has this, right? Yeah, definitely. Fishman is kind of creepy though. Fishman's interesting. I hate the eyes. Yeah. Yeah, now that you mention it, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like that his name is just Abyss Fishing, so it doesn't tell me anything about him. He's like, is this like a shark? Is this like a merman? Is it a lizard? Is it like what am I looking at here? But this one's really interesting because the question going into Zorga is, one, will this dethrone Rancor Chain? And, you know, for all the decks? And two, will you actually be playing this over Rancor Chain in Zorga specifically, right? Rancor Chain can retire to the binder now? No, actually. Rancor Chain will still be played. Not in Zorga, though. So this says, this is Abyss Fishing. This says when you ride the grade 2 of the ride line, you Soul Blast 1. Look at top 7. Choose 1 unit, 1 normal order. Add the order to your hand, discard the unit. So this does basically about the same thing as it fulfills the same purpose as Rancor Chain, just way simpler, but it's a turn later. So it's the same cost, you Soul Blast, but you get to have Soul on turn 1 because you're doing this on turn 2. You get to add the order to hand and put a card in drop, which works amazingly well for this deck. And yeah, like X said, you don't have to hard mulligan for orders anymore. You can play whatever number of orders you want as long as you have a way to see them. It doesn't really matter in terms of getting this off. This is just automatically good, right? Because now you have 8 different targets that you want to put unit-wise into your drop. I don't like that it's restrictive to a unit and normal unit. Would have been nice if it was like whatever, but it's fine. I'm being nitpicky here. Claudine's the last deck where you would have an edge into playing Rancor Chain. I don't know. I still think Rancor Chain is playing a lot of decks. But the reason I say that is because you can really only play this in Zorga, which is the part that it kind of sucks and is kind of good, right? So it's fine considering that Rancor Chain was just so ubiquitously used that they didn't do Rancor Chain Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. But at the same time, it kind of sucks that you can only use the first effect of the grade 1 in any other deck, and that's it. Because really quickly, the grade 2 just says, when you ride Zorga with the Divine Skills specifically, over it, take a normal order from drop out of your hand. So it's literally the Rancor Chain in Black Tears Husk Dragon, but a turn later, but just better. So Abyss Fishing, although it is a humanoid zombie, that makes more sense. Its body and slimy, its body and slimy body are characteristics of a fish. When confronted by the opponents of the Regrain, such as pirates, it plays and assaults troops. What? What? Oh my god, our own Rhinelice Rancor Chain is obsolete now. Captain Lycra wielding serrated marine swords and mowing down enemies. Okay. On the other hand, Abyss Fishing as the name applies. Huh? It's also valid as a greedy excavator who wanders around the seafloor fishing for treasure. Discovered and guided by the disastrous slurper. So he's a bottom feeder, and he was discovered and guided by creatures whose name is Disastrous Slurper. All right, gotcha. I need that. That's fine. But weird fishman aside, I think this is great in Zorga. Clearly. The grade 2 is kind of aesthetically, it's kind of boring. You know, it's like I guess it's like an eel. I don't understand the name either. Split the Preordained. Like, huh? What? What does that even mean? Is he like a priest or something? I don't understand. But it's interesting that they decided to go more watery for Zorga, where before it was more like occulty, undeady, and whatnot. And now it's like just straight up fish. Like, you know, even Zorga is fish. So this is an interesting change of like aesthetic. Those have weird names, but yeah, this is like beyond weird. Like, his name is Split and he's preordained to like what? To do weddings? I don't understand. But sea serpent with a sharp-like head. The appearance of this split, the preordained, is signal that the attacks and onslaught that Zorga's monsters army will bring upon the pirates. So he's not interesting. Zorga's attacking pirates. He's not a pirate anymore. He's just attacking pirates. Okay. I kind of feel bad for throwing some of the pirate cards in my deck, but all right. The arch nemesis of the Regrain. Who the hell are the Regrain? You're gonna ordain your wedding? Cristianos, it's fine. I mean, he's got to be ordained for something. I don't know what else you would use that word for. Instilling fear that it is finally that time to sever ties with the world. As part of Zorga's pursuits after having become a fated one, it serves as the dependable commander who leads the monster excavation team into the abyss where lost treasure lies. Interesting. The Regrain are Zorga's pirates, so he just betrayed his homies to get some treasure that some slurper told him is at the bottom of the sea. What? All right. I guess, you know, I mean, I don't know what the fuck he's slurping on because there's just nothing there to slurp, but whatever. Also, yeah, this has the same skill as Black Tear's Husk Dragon, where if you play it in order, it gets 5k. This guy does not have that skill, which is kind of a shame. So he is useless afterwards, which kind of sucks. But onto the big tentacle man himself. Isn't Regrain Zorga's ship? I'm lost. Yeah, I don't understand. I have more questions than I did answers now. Zorga Octopus is one of those cards that if you don't know how it works, you think it sucks. I guess if you don't know about prison dragons, maybe, but. So, alright, this fella has 3 skills here, one being a divine skill. The first one being, as you'd expect, where you just play an order. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. When you would play an order, you choose a normal order with a different card name from your bind zone. Oh, never mind. Hold up. I instantly just read it as like the usual nonsense, where it's just take an order from drop bind it. No. You choose a normal order with a different card name from your bind zone? And Alchemagic. So you don't bind the Alchem... So you can just reuse whatever orders you have in your bind zone no matter what? Because like you can't bind them again. Like where the fuck are they gonna go? Right? So is it just that the new order that you're playing that gets bound? Huh. Okay. That changes a little bit. Not too much, because I was already going towards a route of like trying to bind cards for the second skill. So the second skill says act on Vanguard's Energy Blast to bind a normal order. So this fills up 1. Choose 2 cards from your drop, call them to rear, and they get 5k power until the end of that turn for each of the normal orders with different card name in your bind zone, and then retire them at the end. Which is fine. You can basically call them over your prison dragons really easily, bind in order, they power up, etc, etc. It sucks it doesn't work with they really did a number on what's his name, Philander, because Philander is only placed from hand. So but at least he has his second skill, so it's fine. Sorry. Also for attack, pilled people immediately calling it bad. Yep. The appearance taken by Zorga the Flying Ghost Ship regains a captain. As he performs forbidden experiments and violate the boundary between life and death. Zorga is a ghost with its original body having characteristics that indicated that he was no normal man, and this time's Nadir's form, where he shows his seriousness as his lower body radically transforming into something reminiscent of a cephalopod, such as a squid or an octopus. Interesting. Also, the order bind stays there, so you can keep picking it again turn after turn. That's kind of wild. So that changes a lot. Never mind. I thought it was just to be the same old usual stuff, but that totally changes. The build that I have doesn't change dramatically, but that does make a little bit of difference. Making it here and there, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we're indeed talking about Ursula Zorga. Never ever under any circumstances has to go first with the deck. If you win dice roll, I'll do whatever the hell don't tell me what to do. I'll do whatever the hell I want. I'll go third if I can. Trying to tell me what to do? How dare you? Unbelievable. I'll do whatever I want. But why would you not want to go first with this? This doesn't lock you out of anything. It's just a divine skill, but you're not going to use the divine skill turn 1 because it's a divine skill. You want to save it ideally for a push turn, right? So you can go first or second with this. Like, is there the only thing that's locked? I think the grade 3 is the grade 2, but just use the prison dragon. Fuck that guy. Fuck the grade 2. I don't get. He's not a homie. That's some brand new dweeb we picked up fucking at the bottom of the ocean. I don't give a shit about him. We're just using roaming prison dragon, bro. That's the gang. I don't give a shit about whatever the new dragon is. Just use roaming prison dragon. I'm not gonna go second just because this dude. Screw that. The energy problem? You don't use energy for anything though. By the time you're on turn 3, you already have 6 energy. So unless you're playing the energy discard cyclers, sure. But that's a different story. Because this is once per turn. So a new grade 2 is energy blast 4. Then don't use the skill, bro. Y'all giving this new dude way too much credit, bro. Fuck that guy then. If he's causing all these problems, bro, I'm not even gonna play him if that's the case. Energy blast 4 and I gotta go second. He can eat ass. Unbelievable. I gotta change my whole ass lifestyle because this dude wants me to go second. Nah. Unbelievable. Why is grade 2, baby? We're in prison when you have the OG Chad. Exactly. Absolutely. I have a weird habit of calling amazing MVP grade 2's ass. You literally just came in here. This new MVP of yours is like, oh, but you gotta go second. You gotta have energy. You gotta this. And that's your MVP. That's your MVP. Man, that's making you change everything, right? For barely anything that roaming prison dragon be doing for like free, bro. I can roaming prison dragon turn 1, and you're gonna tell me this grade 2 that's asking all these demands is the MVP? No, I don't believe it. I don't believe this. All right, but yeah, the divine skill says when you attack, if a grade 3 or greater, soul blast, choose a column, stand it, and then retire them. Very underwhelming divine skill. Really good in Zorga, because obviously, you know, crits. But in terms of a divine skill, it's kind of underwhelming. But whatever. Zorga's too much of a headache for me to even bother. Just get him because he's aquatic. Yeah, he's a bit of a thinker. I like Zorga because it's the most complicated deck, or not complicated. It's the most intricate deck I've ever played in standard. Because it actually feels like my choices matter. But I can understand it turning off a lot of people, myself included, early on. That's because Alpin is ass. The sheep brings me no happiness. All right, that's because Alpin is ass. The alpaca brings us no happiness. Also, the reason why Mag can make turns that threaten the opponent. Divine skill is the least important part. Okay, well that's pretty concerning considering that this thing is once per turn. It's the least important part of the deck. That seems like bad design, but all right. Which is divine skill was something cool like Alchemy Magic All Orders in Mind. That would have been broken as hell, but I do wish it was something, right? Something we've never seen before, something interesting. It's just like just fucking restand a column. Like, I don't know, man. Was ass. The deck is great. I don't know about the deck being great. I feel like people have a sour impression on Wellstar, but I don't know. I thought the divine skill was cool because it just lets you set up, but it wasn't anything like insane, right? Initially, which was good, and then you know it's kind of been all over the place. To be honest. Chris Rain's divine skill is nuts and the deck sucks. Well, her divine skill is good. It's just the fact that it's a divine skill, right? You're focusing on what the skill does. You're not focusing on the part that it's a divine skill. That's the part that bothers me, is that you can only do it one time per the entire game. And that's the main issue here, right? Chris Rain's skill is great. It's just the fact that it's a divine skill that fucks it over. Whereas Welster's thing, it maybe doesn't do much at face value, but it's a divine skill. So you just do it once, boom, you're set, right? This thing is just literally one time for the entirety of that game. You get an extra attack with the crit, and that's it. And it just feels like, all right, sure. Just underwhelming, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, Raziel is definitely the one that does the most. I expected all of them to do as much as the Raziel one does, but they don't. Which it's like it's okay and it isn't okay. Like I didn't want them initially to be like insane skills, right? Because then the problem is that they set the bar so high that we know we're gonna get Zorgussy Part 2, right, with more tentacles. In like divine set 6 or something like that, right? So, and that's gonna have another divine skill. So that's like that's what's gonna happen, right? But it needs to obviously be better than the other one because of power creep, and that's just the only way they know how to design cars is by making it stronger than before. So I'm glad they set the bar, like, you know, at a reasonable level, and then they can only go up from here as long as they don't like go insane next time. Should I be your main game plan? Should be a bonus. I don't know about bonus. Bonus makes it sound too small, but it should be a huge bonus. Considering that it's only once per game, right? That should be like really, I don't know. I know if I say game defining, people will get upset about that. But it's mostly a side bonus. The deck already works even if you don't use it. Yeah. All over the place. Zorgussy feels underwhelming. It could have been a normal effect on any random rear guard. It literally reads attack +1 instead of restand van or return all crit. I mean, not that restand van is any difference from attack +1, but yeah, essentially. Deck doesn't suck. It's definitely the more versatile one. Yeah. I'm assuming we're talking about Welster, but yeah. Or Res, I don't know. Or Chris Rain, we're talking about, I don't know. None of the decks suck. But, alright. So yeah, so this is pretty interesting because you combine your orders. There's a lot of cool stuff. Well, okay. I always thought there was a lot of cool ways to like bind your orders and do stuff like that. There really isn't after I tried playing Claudine. But the fact that this already binds one is kind of cool. Originally, I thought this gave it to the thing you called out, but like I'm like, all right, it gave it to the prison dragons, but like that doesn't make sense. You're not calling out the prison dragons. With the skill, you're calling them out after you play an order. So you really need a good booster, but the only real booster you're going to be playing is Philander. But Philander, you don't want to call from drop, right? You can, but it's just you would rather something that does a little bit more, just because Philander's only plays from hand. But it's gonna be Philander at the end of the day. It just kind of sucks you can't really use his first skill. Otherwise, this deck would be insane. And the divine skill is kind of just there to push for game. They got a bunch of other random cards. Real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at those. Cornbread deniers? Who denies cornbread? Sorry, and I will and can complain about SocialMedia support because we get no love. I don't know about getting no love. Y'all get like all the good cards. I don't know about all that, but yeah. So I'm glad they didn't do the Grand Blue thing, forcing your opponent at gunpoint to run milling effects. They have Cristianos for that, I guess. Coffin Draft Philander, Alchemanager, use Shadow Dogs to bring back to him. Yeah, but then you lose the power that the Zorga gives, so. And it's Soul Blast. But yeah. It's okay, yeah, some of the best card economy. Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know, man. I feel like y'all be getting a good amount. Y'all have fucking magic cards in your whole ass nation. Right, y'all have a bunch of magic cards, bro. Most of the other nations have like maybe one or two. Y'all got a whole fucking kit and caboodle of cards that you can play. What's that? You got a card and drop? Hey, I got a card for that. What's that? You want to retire? Hey, we got a card for that. Don't worry about it, bro. What's that? You want more power every time you attack? Here you go, bro. Take this card. I don't know, man. So can't kind of be the land of the riches over here. We got this crazy looking common that I hope comes out in SR, because that'll look really cool. But it just says yeah, you play for free, so that's kind of nice. If you need different orders, that's kind of cool. But it just says when something's placed from drop, you get 5k. It doesn't say from like where. So if you play another skill and then play something, it gets 5k. But I think if you like Alchemagic, right? Let me know if this works. If I like Alchemagic this, and let's say I use Frozen Resentment, I don't think the thing I call out. Oh, I know, maybe it does. Maybe it does, because it gives the Vanguard this skill. So like, yeah, if I use this and Frozen Resentment, Alchemagic, then Vanguard gets 5k to everyone that calls from drop, and then I call whatever Shadow Cloak from drop. Let's say. Shadow Cloak gets 5k from resolving Frozen Resentment, or is it like what? Because I know they happen like at the same time or whatever the fuck. When it comes to Alchemagic, so I'm not sure. But yeah, this is fine. This is fine. It makes your roaming prison dragons string in for 10k base already. That's pretty solid. So Proliferation has generic pool that success. Yeah, skin reference or anything for the turn works. So if it comes from drop, okay, good. Sounds fine. Then we have this other one that says same thing. If you only have Zorga, I don't like that part that they're blocking these to only Zorga with a divine skill. That seems really corny and stupid, especially considering this is just call something from drop, get 5k. Like, God forbid Cristiano's played this, right? Like, oh no, oh, you got 5k, oh, that's too strong. But whatever. We got this giant fellow over here, Clutch of Grudge Toxin. Same clause. Choose Zorga, and then when Zorga attacks a Vanguard, retire a rearguard. Choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it, and then get 10k. This is fine, honestly. Okay, Nectar is all we need. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's worse. It's worse regurgitation. I don't know about worse, because this is free. This is free as hell. So I don't know about this being worse regurgitation, because regurgitation is like Counter Blast, Soul Blast. So this is fine. I don't think you care enough for it. This does get rid of your prison dragons. So it has its uses. Like, you know, against like Shiranui, your back row retires, and then you can like retire one of your rear guards, retire one of their stupid ass rear guards, you know, so it has its uses. I just don't think it'll be played as much. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I already know guard Zorga, so this is the only attack without a crit, so does this so this doesn't do so much. Yeah, kinda, yeah. So it does make it bigger, but might not really matter. Sorry, I got some homemade pizza here that I'll be eating in a bit. Retire everything at the end of the turn. Well, not everything. Not everything. He's only retiring the things you called out from this skill. And then with the divine skill, it calls out the same thing. It retires the stuff in the column, but that's not everything, right? So the back row presumably is already getting retired, and then you're just retiring a prison dragon. So, but at the same time, the other thing is that you are, I think you're attacking with Zorga first typically, right? Sometimes that you do that where you swing Zorga first, so you don't want to use this because you will just lose out on one of your rear guards. In any case, then we got the alleged MVP here, this disgusting ass embodiment of or abomination of impending karma that you guys just keep gassing this little horny ass dude up with his like 50 legs over here and fucking eyeball, no eyeball, fucking 50 leg ass having, and tentacles. This greedy ass motherfucker just needed so many different ways to walk everywhere. He needed fucking legs and tentacles and more tentacles, bro. Greedy ass little fish fella here. Mark is a random grade 2 common that no one used. Random grade 2 common that no one used. Is it? I don't think that is. Is it that card that I was gonna say I like that I want to play? And it might be the card that I said I wish I could play in Zorga, but you have no reason to. Yeah, that's exactly the one I'm talking about. Because I've been finding a reason, I've been wanting to play that and find a reason to play it, because it works in theory really well in Zorga and in theory really well in Claudine, but those decks don't want you to use that. They want you to bind orders, therefore this guy gets fucking huge. But you want to attack with Prison Dragons in Zorga, and you want to attack with tokens, presumably with Claudine, right? You can have another column, I guess, but I just think it's funny that, I don't know, I feel like he's gonna be good someday. But assuming it's the same card, I'm pretty sure that's the name of him. He's like a set 4 card. Here, this fellow. Oh, I guess that's him with his mouth open. Okay, because I thought this was like his hair. That's the part that I was confused about. I don't think that's him actually. No, that's not him. His chest is different. His chest is different. No. Yeah, his chest is different than here. So close, but no cigar. Squid Child is mid. I will not change my mind. 2k, 5k shield intercept that removes itself without dying. Prison Dragon needs the extra steps to remove himself. Yeah, true, but Zorga already instantly removes it because you can just overcall it. So. It's just his evil cousin, yeah. But yeah, so back to this stupid guy. So this guy, you keep saying, is the best thing that ever happened since Slice Roman Prison Dragon. So this says on place, Energy Blast 4, bind a normal order, and it gets 5k power for each normal order with a different card name in your bind zone. So this will have, presumably on turn 4, or if you're going second, this will be automatically plus 10k. Right? Because you'll bind one for Zorga's skill, and then this binds another one. So you'll have 2 orders, presumably different names, so this will just instantly be 20k, right? That's true, yeah, you can use it on turn 2. Assuming you played, then I guess you could discard an order too. So, it's kind of crazy if you can find like a way, which I'm sure there is, to bind orders so that this becomes like 20k on turn 2. That'd be kind of crazy. But, then it says at the beginning of your battle phase, if you have a Vanguard with Zorga, discard name and the divine skill, because God forbid you use any of your old cards. And if you alchemy magic, you call this, and if your opponent's grade 3, it gets a crit. So I see the benefit of playing this going second, or I see the benefit of going second to play this, but if you go first, I still think it's fine. You just end up using this later on. Like, this is still good, but I don't know. Discard fodder. I mean, yeah, this is discard fodder essentially. Which is why I was trying to build the list, and I was gonna put in the ride cyclers, but I was like, I don't really need that. Oh, I updated my graphics card, and it closed out CFA and didn't save the deck. Damn it! I was building stuff, and I needed like 2 more cards, but it's gonna be another one of those things where you guys aren't gonna believe me. But I had the deck built, but oh well. Yep, that's what I said. So, alright. Fair enough. We'll take a look at that in a bit. Possibly. We have way more news. So first things first. Before we go to CFA, we got huge news for me. And if it's huge news for me, it's huge news for everyone. Because one, episode 8 That's my favorite number, by the way.
Favorite number has two of my favorite things.
Right.
It has now, and it has heroes. So the only way they can make this episode better is if for whatever reason they switch decks and make now play heroes. I'll probably instantaneously combust out of happiness. And you can take combust in whatever way you want it to be. But so next week, I think it's on Thursday, we're getting 2 new Varga cards and then 2 new hero cards that I'm pretty sure we'll see in this episode. What could we possibly get for heroes? A new DNS. So possibly. Because nothing else has received support for Brankgate, I think, for set 2. I think the only thing that has received support that I can remember for Brankgate is they did some random card, there's random grade 2, right? But the only other thing that received anything was, or was that the previous set? That's a promo. Yeah, the Orpheus cards, right? So just some random Orpheus support. So there is space for new stuff, right? For Brankgate stuff specifically. So a new Dionos, that would fucking smack. That would be dope. But we'll see. A is an evil number according to some culture. What? That's impossible. Maybe 1 for Varga, 3 for heroes. I think they did that for the Gandiva Solarian reveal. No, that will no, they did like 2 Gandiva cards, I think. I don't remember. I find it hard to believe that heroes will get more cards than Varga. Sorry, I find it hard to believe. As much as I would like that. Granted, I'll be playing both decks, but I doubt it. One archetype needs more support than the other. Heroes don't actually. Like, they don't need it. I'm gonna fucking take it, right? Give me whatever the fuck you got. But heroes are fine right now. I think they're in a solid spot. Compared to some other decks that need more support, heroes are actually fine. I don't know about in the Divines meta per se, but they're fine. They have really good tools to work with. They could use more, but I don't know. I feel like they'll be fine. A new base order. That would be interesting. I've talked about that a bit before. I don't know how I feel about that. Because of the fact that I don't really want to play more orders in the deck. So I don't know. Originally I wanted a grade 1 base so that I can get 3 on turn 1 right away. But they already solved that with Amas and Bold Felvis or whatever you guys call them. So we don't really need a new base unless it replaces the old one, but the old one's pretty good, so I don't know. Support. If heroes a CC chart, CC, Bubble Mine, that's not a hero. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that would be the smartest thing, because I would just take out my 4 Bubble Mines, put in 4 of that. Pretty easy. What they need probably is maybe something that gives them some advantage, because of the fact that the deck doesn't plus insanely. Like, it arranges cards and it deck thins, but it doesn't really add anything to hand, right? It adds cards to hand, but it's a 1-for-1 exchange. So if it gets an actual +1, that'd be pretty sick. I don't think you want to draw per se. Like, I don't know what I would say, because like the only ways you like do that kind of stuff is like with both Felvis, but then he's insane, first of all, but then he Soul Blast Retire, and then he plays a base, gets you a card, and then the base can get you another card, so it kind of sort of breaks even, but you know. Great 11 cent orders a token. Heroes would benefit from that. Yeah, because they don't really have a lot of space. Sorry. There's a lot of red pepper on this and smacked into my throat. They don't have a lot of space left. They have 4 slots, right now that's being taken up by 4 Bubble Mine. I guess you could replace, like, go down one of the I don't know. The list, it has to be pretty revolutionary for it to change the deck, because the deck is really tight and it's really good how it is now. Literally, it would just be like a counter charger, I guess, but it would have to do something else. Or a new Dinos, right? So if it's like a new Dinos and a counter charger, then you know, we're set. We're probably set for like the rest of Divines, honestly, at that point. So I don't know. I won't speculate about the Vanguard card because it's a brand new deck. It can literally be fucking anything. So we'll see. I don't think it's gonna be a new attacker, but they might get something that replaces like the grade 3 or the grade 1s that you got from set 1, but we'll see. Cards, dumb villain, 1 damage. I don't know, man. We'll see. Definitely a grade 1. It should. I would like one of the new cards to be a good grade 1. Something that one card I wouldn't mind them replacing is maybe what is her name? Forio, right? Or maybe not needing as much Forio or something like that. I don't know. An attack extender would be fine. We already have Ama, so I doubt we'll get that. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe something that gives us like resist or something. I don't know. There's a lot of ways they can go, but the deck is really tight in space, so it's kind of hard to tell. Prepared for Blind Gru. Did you get? Is it like you returned because you got your ass beat, or because like you were just kicking too much ass and there was no ass left? Galactic Sea villain. I mean, they'd have to make that'd be like the equivalent of what's it? Dimension Police deck. Zeal, essentially, right? But so that's that. Then we got this. There's more news. We got a bunch of news. We got set 3 announced. This is pretty huge for a couple of reasons. And 20,000 power, that'd be nice. Yeah, more power would be nice. Actually, that would be. Yeah, they have a specific cap right now, so something that gives power would be nice. But that would probably have to be like a new Dinos. But yeah, because right now we can only hit 35 without like a booster, so a little bit more power would be better, yeah. King the King, give me. How do you think I did? Doesn't put encounters in this set. How about there will be encounters? I hope the whole set is encounters. I hope every single support card in this set deck is an encounter. I hope every time you open this, you open a pack and it's a Magnolia support card, but it's an encounter from like Grand Blue or Great Nature or something like that. For every single pack you open, I hope every single card is an encounter. That's just out of spite. None of the box offers are encounters. If they're going to be encounters, they're going to reveal it in March in the presentation, like they did last time. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Dayusha. And since there's no lyrical, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Dayusha. 100%. It's going to be Brankgate. Brankgate does not have a lot of decks. They don't have an encounter aside from the Stride deck set, but that's a completely different, separate category right now. I'm 100% sure, basically, it's going to be Dayusha. I don't know what else. They already have, you can also notice that there's no Brankgate new deck here, right? So maybe that's the hint. Well, not really, because they covered everything except Brankgate. But they might do something like Pacifica, where it's like Daikaiser and Dayusha. But we got Storkea, Dragon Empire, Dark States, and Keter Sanctuary new decks. So, but I'm pretty sure they'll do 2 encounters. Again, they might end up doing that where they do Daikaiser or Dayusha, but I'm 100% sure it's definitely going to be Brankgate. If not, I don't fucking know. I really want to know what the flower girl from the Youthquake does. She looks really cool. Yeah, I haven't caught up on Youthquake yet, so I'm not sure, to be honest. It's a new Varga? No new Varga. Not yet, at least.
Dayusha, there will be no need for the stream reveal because everyone will already know the entire deck and every card the moment it's announced. I don't know about that. There's no new Brankgate deck, is what I'm saying. They did do double Dragon Empire, so I think that rules out Dragon Empire. I don't think they'll do Keter again because they've done that too much. So either Circea or Dark States. What do you guys think? Thavas? No, they're not going to do a stride deck set in this set. They will probably do Thavas as a stride deck set, yes. I'm pretty sure it'll be like Circea and something else. But specifically for this set, they're not going to do strides. Obviously, they do that separately. But, I don't know. Asha and Thavas? Both of them in one nation, they can't do that. Bison wants Circea. Well, what would it be for Circea? Because this is a problem. Every time I try to bring this up, no one can come up with a good encounter for Circea. They'll just aside from Asha, right? Aside from Asha, that's obviously going to be a stride deck set, so Asha doesn't count. The only good one was Cecilia, but then now she's in premium, getting her own deck set, so they're not going to print her twice. So then that just leaves like, yeah, Leopold, Polaris, and stuff like that. But clearly Bushiroad doesn't care about those decks, so I don't think they're going to make them into encounters. You know what I mean? Bushiroad believes the same as milk cheap nostalgia. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do a Keter encounter pretty soon again, but I feel like since they just did Lure, I don't think they'll do it again, but who knows? I could be wrong about that. I'm just trying to make it easier here. A new Magnolia that's an encounter? That'd be kind of cool if it's like Leopard and you can use it in Magnolia. That'd be kind of cool. There's make bugs. I don't think they'll make bugs as an encounter, because this is a bug and they already have Mushiking and they have Veleno, so I don't think they'll do like a mega colony thing right now. The new Dark Stakes and Keter will show up in the manga. I don't think so. I think these are new. These might be related to... They might fall in a similar vein as these two, where like this is a glitter that's vaguely related to Tamayura, and this is vaguely related to Eva. So this might be vaguely related to Chaos, and this might be vaguely related to Thegria in the lore for like the Craycross Epic stuff. Possibly, I don't know. Okay, Magna Armor Stride. Looks like Magnolia's grandfather. Yeah, maybe I guess. It means Misty Arc support. Yeah, so this set is gonna be insane, right? Because yeah, it means Misty Arc. It means Youthquake. It means Silhouette. It means Roar, Thegria, Tamayura, Eva, and Chaos. It means Lukier, it means Ezel, it means Maelstrom, it means MLB, it means everybody can get support here, right? Even if it's just the one card. So this might be insane. This might be as insane as how Lyrical 4 was, giving everyone like 2 cards. It might just end up being something like that. Instant thing in DP, that lowest power, you mean Zeal? No. I don't think they'll do 2 encounters for one nation again. They only did that for Bermuda because it's Bermuda. Enigman would be dope. Well, they're gonna choose Dayusha over Enigman. So can encounter Cecilia. Cecilia has a deck set, so I don't think they'll do her in 2. I don't think they'll feature her in 2 different formats like that. Maybe Leopold. But I feel like, especially because like this is not gonna make sense. I feel like because Magnolia exists, they won't do Leopard, but then we have, you know, Flagberg and Maelstrom. So I don't think they'll do bugs just because this thing is already a moth. maybe they could do machinings. They definitely won't do Transcore Dragon. I don't think that's encounter worthy, but those are kind of ones that I can think of. Yeah, I don't know if they'll do another Aqua Force encounter. It definitely has to be Great Nature or Neo. Well, yeah, Great Nature, because Neo Nectar and Grand Blue, those are gonna be deck sets. Those are definitely gonna be Asha and Night Rose, no matter what. There's no way they're gonna do Cocytus or like some other shit. It's gonna be from G if they're gonna do for those clans. But hey, you know, we do have we have Shadow Paladin Encounter and Shadow Paladin Stride deck set, so I guess that's a thing too. But Shadow Paladin is way more popular than those two nations, so I don't know. And definitely more iconic, right, if you think about it. But I don't know. Ghidorah, I want to see people explode. I don't think they'll do Ghidorah. Again, no strides. Stop thinking about strides. Only encounters, right? So normal stuff. No strides, no G stuff. That would be a deck set. That's a different story. In this set, they're not going to do a deck set. You know, the Kaiser Blood, Platinum, and Glory Mariston? They might do that. Who knows? Ghidorah from V? No. They would never, yeah, they wouldn't acknowledge V like that. I don't know. Because, yeah, there's still like Venus Nuclear. Who knows? We might not get those. We might. Who knows? I don't know how I feel about those, to be honest. Like, I want a Venus Nuclear, but at the same time, I would rather another, you know, having more encounters. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, it seems like they're doing the most iconic units from each clan, right? Because we got MLB, at least before G, again, before G, no strides. Stride deck sets are their own thing. Before G, it feels like they want to do the most iconic units from each clan, right? So that's why I don't feel like they would then I don't know. It's really hard to tell because they've broken their own rules so many times. Are they gonna buff Minerva? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They just announced this. I don't know if they're gonna release support for Minerva yet. So yeah. I remember when Maelstrom came out and people tried to convince me that he was better Flagberg, and I was like, huh? Trailing Rose? Yeah, sure. That's the problem, right? That there's just no iconic cards that they would use. Like, yes, this is the representative for that clan. Before G, no strides. Before G, you are the representative for this clan. You get to move on to the new format. There really isn't that for, you know, Neo Nectar and Great Nature. Especially now that Cecilia, I think, is out of the picture. I mean, a Venus Trap reverse would be cool, but you might be the only fan, yeah. Like, I'm not trying to say whatever you guys are picking are not, like, cool or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying I don't think it's gonna happen. Because I'm thinking they're picking the most iconic one, but I don't know. The ceiling encounter? That would be wild. But that's the only one that would have made sense before the deck set. Honestly. 100% that would have made sense. Because that would have been the iconic unit for Neo Nectar. But they went ahead and made her deck set. So I don't think she is that iconic that they will do 2 products for her. Right? So we'll get a Legion encounter. That would be cool. Oh, it's Sicilian 0, yeah. 10 Legion never happened now. I would like them to bring back Legion in Standard. That'd be kind of cool. To like bring back those old mechanics and whatnot, but reverse encounters? What does that mean? Like reverse units? I don't think they'll bring back reverse units. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that too. That it might be based on like the era. Yeah, so because first wave was like season 1, then season 2-ish. Sort of. Sort of. So I don't know. We're like technically the last time they did it, it was like the limit break era, right? That they started doing support. So technically it would be break ride. Because they haven't done any break ride cards. Daikaiser? Yeah. It's definitely gonna be Dayusha and or Daikaiser. Definitely. Like that's locked in for Brancate. But trying to figure out, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be 2. One of them is definitely gonna be Dayusha Daikaiser. Either both of them or Dayusha. That is like locked in no matter what. Like if I had to bet $100 million on that happening, that is gonna be the one, right? Everything else, like the other 1 or 2 encounters for this set, I don't know. Where's your Mega Blasters? Are you Miss Zero? Yeah, me too, man. All those dollar counts as a Mega Blast? Yeah, basically. Would have been kind of cool if they redid Mega Blast like that, but you know, to be fair, your Mega Blast retain is just a divine skill because you're only going to use that Mega Blast once per game anyway, so it's essentially the same thing. So that's as good as it's gonna get. But yeah, so I don't know, but you know, moving past the encounters, I guess we can talk about the actual stuff in this set that we know so far, which is just the stuff here. So obviously we're getting a new, excuse me, yeah, a new art grape. Art looks great. New Shoujo Doji, love it. And we're getting a Sturkea boss from Youthquake and a Dragon Empire boss from Youthquake. And then these 2 guys that I don't think are from anything in particular. This one is Dark States, this one is Keter Sanctuary. So we got basically everyone with Dragon Empire going twice, which is kind of interesting. You lost 100 million answers as beast deities. I mean, that would be kind of wild if they did that, honestly. We did say in that video it's gonna be Chaos Breaker at some point. So I know Chaos Breaker is coming. He is coming. I find it hard to believe, like, if I don't know, man, like if you put Chaos Breaker, Dayusha, and Beast Deities, or even Risers or whatever, Beast Deities get slapped aside between these 2, it's probably gonna be Chaos Breaker that wins. But I find it insane that they wouldn't do Dayusha. Maybe it'll just be them 2, right? Because Brancate does not have any encounters at all, so they might just be those 2. That would be kind of wild if they did that. Because I was theorizing that they might do it like Pacifica, where it's like they give them Daikaiser and Dayusha or something. They could even do the Legion if they want to do. That'd be sick, but I doubt it. But definitely Chaos Breaker is happening, so prepare your nuts for that, guys. If it's not this set, it's gonna be next set. Chaos Breaker is coming in, but who knows? I don't know if it's gonna be Mega Colony. It just happens to be a bug. You guys have to stop falling into that trap where you see a bug in Vanguard and be like, oh, it stuns the opponent. Oh, it's Mega Colony. You guys gotta stop falling for that, bro. Also from Cross Epic, the set is Dimensional Jump, though. Yeah, I was really confused when I was seeing the translation. I was like, what the fuck is Dimensional Jump? What does that mean? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure these are from Cross Epic, where like this is like how they did like these guys. I said it earlier, like these guys. This Shoujo Doji is involved with Tamayura. Arkwright is involved with Eva. This will be involved with Chaos, and this will be involved with Degrio to somewhere. But real cohesive identity, so you bug, you can be literally anything. No, but you guys, that's not the point. It's that you guys don't think that. You guys instantly think you see a bug. Oh, it's gonna stun. It's gonna paralyze. It's gonna do where you can't restand. You guys don't think about anything else. Is you see fucking feelers and antlers? It's like, oh, Mega Colony stun, boom. instantly. For the new Zorga, do I run 4 roaming? You run 4 roaming. I'm pretty sure you want to run 4 roaming. You run 4 of that and 4 of the new grade 2. We're all afraid of bugs. Give Mushy King a cockroach vanguard that has angel feather type effect. Soul Blast 2, discard order. 1. That'd be interesting. The grade 2, you want 4 of that. Good with only 3 Roman? I don't know, man. 50 card deck? I don't know, man. 3/3? Or I mean, technically you just need 1 of them, so I guess, but I don't know, man. So yeah, this is from Youthquake. And then this is this. I don't know Japanese. I'm sorry, so I'm not sure what this is, but I just know this is Dark States. This is Keter. And we're getting a new form. Oh yeah, we're getting a new Regalia, which is kind of wild. This is very obviously going to be some sort of blitz order, right? It is going to be some sort of defensive blitz order here, given what's going on. So that's kind of wild. Strings, bless you to paralyze 2 rear guards. Y'all bugging. So yeah, so that's the new set. It's pretty hype. New Arkwright looks really dope. We'll have to see. Presumably it'll be the same thing as the other Cross Epic stuff, where it's like a break ride / cross ride kind of deal. But we'll see how that works out. And we have I have no information on these two, just that they're in Youthquake, but I have not caught up, so I don't know what they do. And we have no information on these two in terms of like playstyle or anything like that at the moment. The last thing I wanted to bring up is the new schedule. It's gonna be a better transfer. I don't know about better, but it's definitely gonna be like a blitz order. Not they're attacking. Yeah, they're fucking doing a magic spell to throw something. Do you run 8 crits? I would say like, yeah, like 7 to 8 crits and 3 to 4 fronts. So that set that we just talked about is this one here, transdimensional jump. No lyrical. There's no Michu. Everyone expected that to be Michu in that set because she's part of the Cross Epic, but not really apparently, because there's not a single lyrical card in this set, which is kind of weird because we have lyrical here and in the previous set, and probably in this set. No lyrical here, and then we're getting a lyrical only product, which is kind of interesting. So I'm just gonna echo what I said on Twitter, but essentially, it's cool. In summation, it's cool. It kind of needed to happen because of the fact that there's no way they're gonna support every lyrical deck doing this, right? There's just no way that it's gonna work out. They will need to do one of these eventually, so it's fine. I'm assuming they'll do these kind of how they did it before, maybe, where the original plan was to have a lyrical set once per year. So maybe that's what they'll do. They'll give a certain set of decks support, and then they'll maybe trickle out a little bit more support to the remaining decks, or maybe those same decks later on. And then set 4, which is going to be the start of the new Divines season, we'll have them back into the fold. But this kind of has to happen because there's no way you can support 23, 21, whatever ride lines for lyrical and support everyone else in the same set with 5 other nations. This is impossible. So this needs to happen. This is a bit questionable though because of the fact that lyrical product does really bad for the most part. It coming out of the blue is probably going to do really bad unless they do something to make this special. We'll see. Local 4, super underappreciated, and like people just didn't think a lot about it. It's an insanely good set, right? But I bet you sellers did not buy a lot of it because they got burned from the previous lyrical sets, even though they were all pretty good, minus the first one. So this coming out of nowhere might hurt, but we'll have to see how this goes. There's also this really strange release schedule where this is April, this is May, this is immediately in June, and this is right after that in August. So we're just getting boom, 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 boom. So that's interesting. Share with others? How is she the one that doesn't share? She's the one that's excluded. Man, fuck that. Tell your locals to get a bunch of lyrical sets. Stop being weird and hating women and fish. Stop being a weirdo and just play lyrical. That one is the one everyone devoured like hyenas. Yep. And that's the one that killed lyrical, ironically. Because one, they learned in Japan that a lot of the girls were kind of mid. And two, because of the fact that everyone bought so much product, it was super cheap. But then they immediately did not want it. So it just kind of just stood on shelves and did not matter. So. But, yeah, so that's that. All right. We can, that's all the news. We can go ahead and jump into CFA now. Do some Zorgussy testing for a little bit. Let's close this. And full screen this. There we go. Why is that so black? There we go. That doesn't need to be that dark. There we go. All right. This time you get to read Bad Pale Moon Guards from the first season wave. What? Let's do new deck. Because it did not save my deck that I was building before the stream. Order of addition. Huh? Where's Oh, there it is. Okay, I did alphabetical order. I thought it was in alpha. Anyways, so this is the one with the effect for once. So let's just build Zorga. I also want to see if we had time. Maybe we can build Solarian. I wanted to try that out last week, but there was no time for this. Some crits. This order. Where you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? There we go. This, and this. And heals. Originally I was being funky and I was playing these, but we'll just go the vanilla for now. Play that. And I was originally playing this. I don't know if you really need it, to be honest. I don't know. I love throwing 70k 2 crits twice. Yep, sounds fair. This deck is the epitome of PG or die. 100%. That is literally what Zorga is. This time he was too busy having an excellent subscriber expired milk. Is the new OT the same skill? Is the new OT the same skill as the old OT, or what do you mean? You don't like to put any regalias in Zorga? This is nice in the Zorga mask because you can get your mask out. I don't think you have the soul for this. I don't think you really care about this per se, but if it fucks your Anuga over, it fucks your Anuga over. Right? But this is kind of nice for the Persona ride, so I don't know, we'll see. Got a new OT, right? No, they did not get a new overtrigger. It's the same overtrigger. For Stochastic specifically, no, they have the same old overtrigger. They did not get a new one. They got this, but it's just Stochastic specific, actually. Hold on. It's the same effect as the red overtrigger, but I don't know why it's locked to Stochastic. So that's weird. That is weird, actually. Because I heard about these, but I didn't know it was locked to Stochastic. But no, it's the same thing as the red overtrigger. It has the same exact. It even says it has the name as the red overtrigger. Hopefully the other one is in dark states, because then that technically is, even though you play that red one, that would technically be chaos support because it has 2 names. 4 Philander, 3 Spoof Shade. I saw you guys arguing about Spoof Shade. Is Spoof Shade this guy? I don't think you want that. I mean, well, the second skill's alright. Because he's gonna be bigger. This is actually way bigger than Philander could ever get, right? Because he instantly matches Philander, but then he gets whatever power Zorga gives him. So, 9 to 10 orders is enough? I don't know. We're definitely playing for Philander. No matter what, yeah. Definitely 100% 4 of him. 3 of this. I'm gonna say 4 of this for now. I can see the argument being made for 3, but I will do 4 for now. And if I have space, I will change my mind. And then I was gonna say, like, he's not as necessary, but like 3 Shadow Cloak. I think that's the whole unit lineup. So everything else is essentially orders or whatever texture you can get. You definitely need, I think, another grade 1, because that's basically what you're going to be calling out from the skill, right, of Zorga. So I definitely think you need another good grade 1. Seabreeze. Yeah, I was considering Seabreeze because it lets you bind something. Have I seen Has-Been Hotel? No, the only experience I have with Has-Been Hotel is that one video that everyone knows about, and that's about it. With this lineup, you're at 10 orders. An energy cycler deck doesn't CB so much, so it's super good. Possibly. You also don't use Soul as much as before, I think. So Margaret's not so bad, so I don't know. It kind of depends on the skill. I don't care about Margaret's second skill. Whereas this says Counterblast, choose something, order, ooh, okay, yeah. This chooses an order and puts it to your hand. That's pretty good. We can play some of those. You used CB for orders, but now you can. Why would you not be able to before? And then let's take a look at what orders we can play. Well, before we do that, is there anything that lets me bind orders so I can accelerate that, other than this douche noggle over here? The only other thing I was considering was playing like one coffin shooter, but you really don't need a way to, like, he doesn't play into the deck aside from like early game, right? If you can get him, that's about it. But yeah, because you're always just gonna get this as your attackers. So if they can give us a grade 1 coffin shooter, maybe we can work something out here. But I like playing this. I know Ek is gonna yell at me, blah blah blah, whatever. I like this card, so I'm gonna play it. This binds something? Oh, binds itself, so that doesn't work. No. When this attacks, Counterblast 1 will bind an order from drop, gets 5k. Until the end of that. I always thought this card was pretty sick, honestly. I wish they would make a deck that focuses on binding orders that uses these random cards. Because again, like I said, you can't play it in Zorgo or Claudine. But Counterblast, bind 1, he gets 5k for each grade. So he gets like 15 possibly. So that's kind of sick. And you can use this on turn 2. You're gonna have 7 order slots, possibly. Technically, I already have an order with this here, but yeah. The only thing I don't like about this is that it removes itself. so it barely counts. If it bind itself, that'd be sick, but never mind. I only use Miasma and Black Magic. And with how the deck works, you won't be forced to using them with all the time. It's nice. Yeah, I mean, you don't really need recursion, is what you might be alluding to, because, you know, Zorg already calls 2, and then the other 2 call themselves from drop, right? So I don't think you need any of that stuff. Heaven Fight Black Magic. What is this Black Magic that you guys are talking about? Does not exist. Black. Oh, this thing. Why the hell? Why the hell would I play it? I mean, well, all right. Huh. You do bind a lot, and you get draw power. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you bind a lot per se. Is my issue, because I haven't seen a lot of binding other than just this and this, right? So this is just 2 by the time I'm on grade 3 essentially. So this will be Counterblast 2, which still sucks ass. So I don't know, but I'll consider it. Cause the only other thing that binds, right, is this guy. Not this. Is this, but this is pointless. This grade 2, which I think is sick, but that's about it. So it might just have to be like for this. I don't know. It's weird that I typed in Black Magic and it didn't come up. Got the cycler for 1 Prison Dragon and 1 Prison Dragon. Make room for 2 Sea Breeze and 3 more orders. For revival orders, you don't need that many. Habitat feels like kind of, yeah, Habitat does nothing in this deck. 0. The only thing Habitat will do is get you this, but this has to be placed from hand, as does Philander. So Habitat is completely useless in this deck, in my opinion, because there's nothing that you want to play from deck. Nothing. Aside from like calling out one of these, I guess, but you want these to drop, so like, I don't know. You're going to call them from drop, more than likely, either way, after you play that order. So yeah, I feel like Habitat does nothing in this deck. Hair's such a mess. I need to get a haircut tomorrow. There's an order I guarantee no one looked at. Look at Sweets That Become an Evil Dream. Is that the grade 2 that puts that like lets you look at the top card or something like that? Yeah, this guy. So it's draw, look at the top card, put it on the top of your deck or discard it. That's fine. It's grade 1, which is nice. Because a lot of these are like grade 3s that you guys have been suggesting. So that's kind of nice. I don't know if this does anything crazy, but you can't use it every turn, which is kind of nice. If you bind it, you have access to something to draw every single turn, so that's kind of nice. So no Miasma? Miasma's probably fine. I don't think you need it though. Because what are you going to call out with it? Right? Like, I guess if you don't have any energy, you can call it Miasma, but you're always going to have energy because you're not always going to use this skill, I don't think. I mean, maybe you will. I don't know. Sweet Spell Dark Magic. Black Magic is draw 3 cards and sack the top, and also counterblast like 4 possibly, or 3 depending on how you bind. So, I don't know. I'm not against Black Magic. I'm against the fact that I don't see ways to bind cards that easily to make Black Magic playable. Right. I'm just not seeing that part. But the only aspect for Habitat is that it's grade 1 and costless. Yeah. So if you want a Prison Dragon turn 1, you can do that. But that's about it. CB2 most of the time. I don't see how that's possible. Again, because you're only binding with these, and by turn 3, you could only do, you know, each effect once, right? Like I get, like even if you go second, you have what, 9? Like you can't do both of these. You can only do one of each, and that's it. So that binds 1 card each. Oh, unless. Again, I don't remember what you guys said. If I Alchemy Magic from hand, with the new Zorga, right? If I play an order and then use one from bind, the one I play from hand does not get bound, right? It just fucking goes to drop, or does that actually get bound? Because then that's a different story. Because then that gives you 3, and that changes everything. Miasma's good for power. Zorga himself does not swing for much without the booster. It's only 13k 23k on Persona Ride, yeah. Miasma's fine, but at that point, like, honestly, just play the that new order that they revealed that has no cost. It gives him 10k. I don't know. 22 bind, and that's half the cost gone. Yeah, bro, but like Black Magic is 4, reduced for each, so that's 2. And then that other card you said is Counterblast 1, so that's 3 Counterblasts. So that's a lot. One of each order, most flexible, just spray damage checks. I have video on you, I guess. I'm not missing anything, right? I have all the triggers. What are the grade zeros? What do I have? 19 grade zeros. Why do I have 19 grade zeros? Huh? Oh, why do I have 3 over triggers? Okay, there we go. You kept saying like how many orders I had left that I can put in. I was like, how's that possible? I barely put in any cards. But never mind. I put a copy as the over trigger. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. We run the new order clutch of grudge, toxic or not. I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's worth it. Honestly, in my opinion, because of the timing, I don't think it's worth it. But I think it's fine. You know. Don't forget your Regalious order of choice. Yeah. I was thinking of just doing the Persona Ride one. Zorga needs removal. It doesn't need it. You know, not every deck needs to have removal. It's just some decks focus on it. Some decks can have it, but not every deck needs removal per se. Especially not. I don't think there's any. We haven't got to the point where we have like rear guards that need to get removed, right? I don't think any deck really has that. That's really prominent that you'd have to play removal. I could be wrong. Right? And you can mostly attack into things because they're usually grade 2s. So there's no real grade 1 that has to get retired, right? That does anything crazy. Angel Ladder is good and necessary if you're fighting Shiranui. Yeah, I was gonna just play Angel Ladder because like I hate Shiranui. So even though yeah, it is redundant because like you don't want to lose. You don't care about your board, but I just hate Shiranui, so I'm gonna play it just because of that. Just out of spite, right? Just out of pure spite, I'll play it. But that's about it. Not because it's like good or anything like that. But draw 1, get soul is not half bad either. It's something on my glasses. It's in this weird glare. Sorry. It's very dirty for some reason. I don't know. I never washed them before stream. Literally with water. Don't know why it's still so like icky. Doesn't help that I have like 2 lights that's like really bright, so I can see every single speck of my glasses. Any order no more than 2 than in general. Wandering Souls is fine, but no more than 2 Wandering Souls. Oh yeah, I did want to play one of those. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. So it was an all, and that's a lie. So we'll play 1 Wandering. So far we have 2, technically 3 orders. Let's take a look at the orders, and then I'll go back and see if there's anything that's worth like binding stuff for. Grade 0s. This is actually a little bit more playable now. Ironically, because you have more stuff in drop, but yeah, you're not gonna be doing that. This I don't think is worth it per se. Misty Habitat doesn't do anything. Spiritual Body, I really don't think you need. If anything, if you're gonna play anything that recurs, it would be like Miasma or like Frozen Resentment, just for the mill. But I don't know if that's really worth it. Put in 1 sweets. I don't know, man. Sell me on sweets. What is the benefit on using sweets other than just drawing 1 card? Tell me what I can really do with sweets. That's a sweet card. All right, fine, fair. Sold. Former Prison Dragon was so good. They're in Frozen Prison Dragon 2, literally as a grade 2 too, which is kind of funny. It's also helpful that for the additional soul, no mask or tearful malice means your soul users are reduced, make channel close useless. Yeah. I hate Shiranui, so we're just gonna throw in Angel Ladder. I really hope I get like 50 copies of this somehow. I don't know. This is not like 1 per box, right? So we'll see how that works out. Go back here. Go to all. Alright, so we have 5 slots. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish orders. Usually we'll turn 2 for prison rushing. Yes. Select the mill. We're running the new orders. New orders are kind of whatever. Like, this one's fine. I don't like that it's a grade 3 and has Lactose Zorga. This Zorga specifically. This one's fine. You know, it's fine. Like, it doesn't do anything crazy, so I don't know. Sweets is only usable turn 2. The only usable turn 2 besides Wandering Soul, so I'm not a fan of turn 2 Wandering. Give you ratios for upgrades and orders. Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. General question: what are your initial thoughts on Zorgy Boy? Like, any outstanding problems? The only outstanding problem is that this grade 2 chugs up a lot of energy. Other than that, the main thing I see, like, it seems fine. It just seems like Zorga. It just seems like better Max Zorga without that clunk, right? Max Zorga was already a great deck. This removes any of that jank, so you don't have to worry about riding into something else anymore. So this is like I think it's gonna be a very consistent Zorga because of so many reasons, right? Because like you don't even have to have orders and drop. You just use them from bind now. You just have to get them to your hand. You have more prison dragons because you have the grade 2. Like, it just feels like better Zorga, right? Like, I don't think this will be bad. It's just gonna be where Zorga is, but way better. The only issues I see, other than like the high energy cost, is like the fact also that there's no way that I can see easily to accelerate your bind because this wants you to bind orders. So that might be coming in the future. Aside from like Sea Breeze and that 1 grade 2. There's nothing really effective for it, you know, and there's Coffin Shooter, but you don't really want to play Coffin Shooter in this. You don't really want to play the grade 2 because you just want these to be your attackers. So but we like milling it anyways. Like milling well anyway, sorry. I forgot what that might be pertaining to. I wish we got to fight. I kind of wish we got to fight Zorgussy, so we can shut naysayers who keep claiming Nordinger is inferior to Zorgussy in terms of power, which is nonsense. I mean, he does get better power. He does give 10k and Persona Ride, so power-wise, yeah. Mask is definitely, in terms of like power, just numbers, right? But like initially, this has like it hits that power cap way faster, but this can hit good numbers. It's just slower in doing so, but it's just way more at the cost of being way more of a consistent deck, in my opinion. Really the only benefit the Zorga mask had was a 4-attack dude? No, it's not even that. He was not a benefit. It was the benefit of having Persona Ride going second, and then having +10, so double Persona Ride when you alchemy magic, right? That was the benefit to Zorga mask, and the fact that you could be consistent in that you can do stuff like play the Forbidden Doll, you can play the Shadow Cloak, right? You can play Shadow Cloak to get your mask and drop. You can play Forbidden Doll to get your Zorga, Mass Zorga out, bounce it back with the Shadow Cloak, right? You had all these interesting interactions and stuff like that. So that's the part that was really cool, and just the fact that, yeah, you can just go swing in, right? It's essentially the same deck, right? Because you didn't always go in for kill, you only went for kill for your kill turn, your 4th attack. And this is the same thing with the Divine Skill. It's a way bigger 4th attack. So you don't have to rely on crits and, you know, checking crits as much as you did. Red Zorga without mask. If you decide to go for black magic, you can't use the cycler. Yeah. You just really don't want me to use the cycler, I get it. So it's just consistent mask with less clunk, but slight problems due to the amount of binds. Yeah, hopefully we can get some stuff to help us as time goes on. 0 versus heavy. Yeah, that's true. We might get some more support cards. There's no double rare, right, for Zorga? Well, they got a triple rare, so we might get a double rare that does something. So that's fair. The set hasn't even released yet, and they might still give you more support cards. So that's a fair point. The 0 is big bad. Maybe, I don't know. I'm still pretty sure it's gonna be like Masanori versus Shoal, and Shoal's gonna beat him, and it's just gonna be the what's his face in the finale. So they did the same thing they did with Wellstar, where they like built him up, let him win a fight so he looks credible, but then, you know, the main character beats him. So it's just gonna be that, but rinse and repeat. Except his opponent, Masanori's opponent was a lot less credible. But, I guess I'll throw in black magic. I might just throw in one of these, but Cloud Miasma seems fine too. Like, this is basically Cloud Miasma, but slightly better, right? Because it's free, and it's everything you call from draw gets 5k instead of just your front row. Whereas this does call you a card, but you don't really need that. So this is literally just better Clouded Miasma, right? If we're only using it for the power. So it's just that you have this applies to your Vanguard, right? Which you don't have Keel, so it doesn't matter. Whereas this, you have to play it immediately before you do. So you have to alchemy magic immediately before you do any of the other skills. So I will throw in one. You do, because it's or does it? Oh no, wait, no, it's continuous. Never mind. You don't have to do it right away. Never mind. I thought it was when. It just says all. Right. So yeah, just straight up, it's better Clouded Miasma. No questions asked. No downside. It's just that, yeah, they're even both grade 3 orders. Like, I got nothing. Issue that we put CB into consideration. I mean, the only things that use CB are the orders. That's it. The Riot Line doesn't. The Riot Line just uses Soul. The only thing that uses CB right now is the orders and this. That's about it. Could technically still play this thing. Where is it? This fella, the counter charge and draw and get Soul. Because it literally becomes free. Because the cost becomes free in that, like, you're just gonna get them back. Whether you retire the front row or the back row, you're just gonna get it back. So this literally just becomes draw one, put it to Soul, counter charge. So I will play it actually. We're going Highlander order. What else is a good order that's worthwhile here? I mean, you just want bound. Like, my problem is that, like, I just don't see how you're gonna be able to bind all these orders, right? Because vast majorities are like turn 3 orders and somewhat situational. So I don't know. I'm not seeing the line as easily where like, okay, this will be in bind, but I don't know. I could just bump up a few orders. There's 2 elves and call it from there. Yeah, probably. I might do like one more of this. I don't know. Let's get a little extra defense. Put the volume with my legs. Can't wait to damage check 3 orders and not seeing anything for the rest of the game. Yeah, boy. So you gotta play like 12 orders. Let's see. Kind of want to be wild. And how many orders do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orders. Kind of want to do something wild. Let's take out 2 of these. Oh, I'm doing this. That's what it is. So I know you're saying to take out this, but this is really good because it gives me an order back to hand, which I really need in this deck. Because that's the only way you can alchemagic is if you have an order in hand. I was gonna consider the Hog, but I remembered he's Counterblast, Soul Blast. So maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe instead. Might not be worth it. I don't know. Sea Breeze. I was actually gonna play Mushrooms to get Soul and have an early game. Because right now you really don't, because all these orders are late game. So I was gonna play Mushrooms to compensate for that. So I have something, and then I can close out the game with that. Not worry so much about the binding order parts, but. I think like 3 mushroom and maybe like 1 more order. Has any Zorgussy even played Death Restraint order besides specifically in the anime? Death. What that? Oh, this thing? Or if I want more early game, I know I said you can get away with reducing the order count. You too many? Yeah. That's why I said I was gonna play an extra order. I guess this is fine, because this does add an order back. It is mill. So where are we at? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 orders. I guess I can do 1 less mushroom for another order. You run Nadir in Mask as one of the tech for finisher, or you think Mask itself is a finisher? Yeah, I was gonna try that eventually, see if you can mix the 2. Because I don't know which one's the finisher per se. That's my problem. Because this, by the fact that it's the Vine skill, would mean that it's the finisher. Because you can only use that once per turn, restand and straw. But then the Mask has way more power. And you want to use this in the wide line, right? So that this skill goes off. Otherwise, then you have to just play the old wide lines. So, I don't know. I'll try and mess around with that a little bit later. Yeah, I can do one more order. I can do one less mushroom. And maybe one more order. Whatever. Frozen resentment. Let's do that. Let's see. Let's do a test hand and see how this works. I don't know if I'll have time to play a game. I might save that for Thursday. Maybe Thursday we'll go wild. I don't know if there's any crazy reveals for Thursday, so I might just do just all fights on Thursday where we like play Solarian and Zorga and some of the other stuff. But yeah, since Thursday's pretty light, I might just do that. It's already spent so much time talking about the other stuff. This is actually already pretty good. Put this back. I don't know what I want to do with this. I guess I can keep this as discard fodder, but I already have these three as discard fodder. But I can discard it, bind it, have access to it when I want to. I don't know. Said the Kyoka triple R and double R cycles for everyone. Okay, no, kind of whatever. Magazine deck. I mean, I don't dislike her, but one card, I don't know if it's gonna warrant an entire stream. Keep it in real life. This cycler suck. All right, bet I will keep it just out of spite. I only operate entirely out of spite. Let's say we go first. Draw for turn. Cool. Discard. Ride. Get energy crest. Play this here. Nothing happens yet. Pass turn. Or actually, I guess I could play this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Put that back. Put that back. Put that back. Put that back. Put that into drop. And we can do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, gosh, I'm set. All right. And there goes the other one. All right, I'm set. I don't need anything else. For 10 seconds, too late. I went first this time. 3 is redundant. Yeah, I got everything I need now. So I just need to see some orders now. Nope, don't want to do that. I want to get rid of this. All right, whatever. There we go. All right, yeah. So I take 1. Sorry, I went to ride phase. I got energy. So whatever. Next turn, draw. I need an order in hand. That's kind of awkward. What can we do here? I might do this just to get the card. Well, I am gonna get an order in hand now. Oh, whatever. We'll do this. We'll resolve this first. Draw 1, and then do this. So last 1. Look at the top 7. Choose an order. I guess we'll do this and throw out that. I don't remember what my other option was, but oh well. Do I already have 10 perhaps? No, I don't. So these guys don't do anything. But we can go ahead and play this. Get these two. And I can actually use... Yeah, I was thinking right now, I could have just taken Frozen Resentment. I was trying to remember what it was. And I was like, oh, I should have taken that other card. But I can do this now, and this gives me an order back. Sure, who cares? Mushroom's pointless too. I don't care. I'll do whatever the hell I want. You know what? I'll overcall it. Just to piss you off. I'm gonna overcall it. There you go. That's what you get. That's what you say. That's what you get for saying it was pointless. Now I went even negative. Keep saying what I'm doing is pointless. Watch me misplay even harder. Swing. Nice. And nice. My crit. We'll get a crit. Swing. Pass turn. Get beat up a bit. Maybe take 1 more in here. Yikes. Pass turn. Draw. Oh. Discard, ride, add one back. Got none. Nice prison dragons, I forgot to call. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. This sucks. I got shit. Let's try that again. Ride, draw, put this back. Guess we can go second this time. Keeping this did nothing for me, so we're gonna put that away. Wait a second, I could keep the mushroom. I need an order maybe, so we'll put that away. I should keep the mushroom. Okay, we'll draw here. Eeks. I think I'll use this turn 1. How's it going so far? It's going alright. Just testing out. Just finished building Zorga. Talked a lot about it, and now we're actually testing it out. I don't know. Maybe this. Oof. Get that. Right phase. Draw. Play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not the best options. Shadow Cloak, I guess. Play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh. Yeesh. Get rid of the mushroom, I guess. Could play this now if I wanted to. I don't know if I'll get anything good, honestly. I don't have a lot of grade 1s. But I do get to mill something called this out. Or I could save it for next turn to get Shadow Cloak. I don't know. It says autopilot. Shut up, Ek. I know how to. I know Ek isn't. I know Ek. I know Zorga is not autopilot. I just obviously don't know how to play it. I don't think there's any benefits of playing this, so probably just swing. Wow. Swing. Back was gonna be huge. Pass turn. Take damage. Nice. Assume they only do that. Draw. Discard. Ride. Skill. Soul Blast. 7. Does it say normal order? It does say normal order. Ugh, it sucks. We don't really plus here, so we just that. Trying to see if I can get the grade 2 out of deck. Deck with Wandering Souls, get rid of this. Get the dragons. Or I can do this, get the dragons, get token to overcall the dragons next turn. Because I don't have anything to call from drop right now. To replace them with, I guess I can call out Shadow Cloak and the token, the mushroom at that point? I don't know. Because then I would call it here. So either I play the 3rd Philander here, hopefully get the grade 2. Then do this, get out the grade 2, bind in order. Or not. Or do both of the do this to try and get a grade 3, the grade 2, but Let's say we do Philander. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ugh. This is why I was against playing 3 of them. Because even if you think you'll see them with all the mill, it's gonna be a whiff at some point. I don't really need to do this right now. So it's just gonna get overcalled. So yes, I guess we'll Wandering Souls. And whoops. Call this. Give them, how much do I have in drop? Just 6. I guess we'll have to go for power here. Battle swing here. Check and check. For front, did not get it. Swing 23, swing 23. Pass turn. I just get fucking destroyed by whatever you're playing. Oh, okay, thank God. Just fucking, oh. I don't know if I heal. Because I did rush them, so probably not. But maybe take one more, I don't know. Literally nothing here. Draw, got Angel Ladder, which is interesting. We'll discard this. Right into this. What do I want to get back? So I can bind 1 from calling 2 things from drop. I have to call 2 things from drop to overcall these 2 fellas, but I guess I can call out this trigger. I don't know. I can also, so I can call this and the trigger, right, to overcall these 2. Put this to soul, get no tokens, then call Shadow Cloak, put something in drop. Alchemagic, bounce the trigger to hand, and then call the 2 things. What can I Alchemagic with, however? Yeah, we got triple fill, bro. It's about to be huge over here. A greater one that self-retires for cost to do something would work really well. Certainly do more than the mushroom. Like what? Why would a greater one? Oh, because then you can call it back. Yeah, I guess so. Can you just say? Can you just be like, oh yeah, the mushroom's not working? Gotta be all rude about it. Gotta shit on the mushroom. Meal Black Magic, that whack ass card. Sucks because I have to bind an order. Wanted to bind something useful, but so whatever I'm binding, then I'm using for Alchemagic here. I should have discarded this, honestly, because I thought I was going to use this from hand instead of this. But actually, no, that's fine because I don't have any other options, so maybe it's fine. I don't know. I guess I'd have to bind this, because I'm not going to be able to do this right now because I don't have any other orders in hand. Technically, no, yeah, I could do this next turn because this might give me an order, right? Unless I'm gonna die. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to use it this turn. Unless I just call it here. That just seems, unless I only call 1. Does it say 2? It says up, I guess I could just call 1. That just seems so mediocre. Oh, I guess I can do that. Call this skill to dump this garbage ass card. This one. Then skill here to Energy Blast 2. Bind this to call up to 1. We just call this here. And I guess +5 does not matter. And then now I can Alchemagic. It's gonna be Counterblast 3? This is garbage. God, Black Magic feels like shit, bro. Like, I know I have nothing else to Counterblast for right now, but Counterblast 3 right now? Oh. Mister, well, I mean, that's why you should be playing 4 instead of 3. I probably would have seen it. Man. Stack heal royalty. You make it sound like that's like that's guaranteed. Yeah, I just fucking have to do it. So play this. Alchemagic with this. This becomes fucking Counterblast 3. To draw 2. Right, would like to check those, but whatever. And then this says draw 1. Put it into Soul. And my Vanguard gets 5k to the end of the turn. Then I can Soul Blast that out for Shadow Cloak to bounce this to hand. And then I can call out these two, overcall this. And this gets +10k, this gets +10k, and it gets crit and crit. And I do not have enough in drop. Urgh. That sucks. And I could, I guess I could draw, but I don't know if I want to do that. Mushroom. I'm gonna play an extra mushroom. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It looks like I can get any more cards and drop. Alright, swing that. I don't think it makes a huge difference here. Just because I drew into that front. Power. All of these are triggers. I should have counterblasted that instead. This. Swing. Did that make it go up? No. Pass turn. Okay. Take that. Probably should be able to guard everything else. Okay. At worst, I do this. And draw Persona Ride. Draw. I guess I could use the Divine Skill there also. Find out this jerk. I don't know. Doesn't jive as well as I was hoping for. Sweets indeed went sour. If Zorgussy is intent getting 10 drop consistently, what chance does Magnolia have? Because Magnolia can play other cards that can put stuff in drop and focus on that. I just seen the Zorgussy episode in Divines. How's the deck going? Not great. Not horrible. Not great. I don't know. I just don't like the order choices. I don't know. I don't like that I can't consistently get something bound. Is my issue. That's what I was saying earlier. Just to make Philander work? What do you mean? Oh, and Magnolia? No, well. Work out in theory, even though we had CB to spare. I mean, technically it worked out. It's just, you know, I was able to technically guard that hypothetical turn. It's fine. Honestly, it's not so much the black magic, it's just that I'm not able to bind cards as quickly, which is what I was saying originally. That's a big issue. That I can't bind as many cards as I want to, as quickly as I want to. And even if I had gotten this, I don't really like this because it's 1 and it's a huge ass cost. But getting this is definitely way better. So honestly, 1 and like, I really don't want to. Series is kind of ass. Is there something that retires itself? Retire this unit. That's actually useful. That I can actually bring back. Does this do anything? Surplus, retire, look at top 3, choose one, call it. Call it to back row, discard the rest, and I can't move. Not really. This is kind of ass because that's the hit. It has to be like the 5th battle. Or something like that, 3rd battle. Okay, whatever. This technically retires itself, but not in the way that I want to. This no. 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 No, I need a grade 1 specifically, something I can boost.
There's the Oh,
I'm a live dog. I guess that's okay. If I have the board space, I can play it. I would like to help, but I'm still new to the game, and this is the nation that I know least about, and I don't worry about it. This accepts up to 2 crit rears and restand the van. Yeah, it restands the van, or sorry, not restands the van. It restands from the van, yeah, but only once per game. But yeah, you're swinging basically 2 crit the entire game on both rears. Even from turn 1, you can do that. If on turn 3 is either Roman Prison Dragon and or Common boosted by Philander. Yeah, that's the main game plan, but also having stuff bound as well. Or the other Magnolia grade 2, the pony. It's just the fact that like I'll have Philander and he will just stay there. Oh, I don't know. Run 2 champion ghosts, sends it from drop. Yeah, probably. Can I check if I latch something with ladder? Ladder puts the other Alchemagic, I'm guessing? Okay. If you Alchemage something with ladder, ladder puts the other order into soul? I don't think it does. Cause that's the thing I don't know. When you don't bind anything. I don't think you bind any orders anymore from Alchemagicking. Instead, you use 2 orders, 1 from your drop, 1 from your hand, right? But I don't know. But yeah, if it was from bind, if that's what you were asking from, yeah, that would make sense. It'd be the same as Tear from Alex. If like you had Angel Ladder in bind zone, the one you play from hand goes into soul. Yeah. Run draw triggers. So to be fair, you don't really want to bind that many orders. You just want, like, sure, the power is great, but you really just want to bind 1 or 2 orders, and that's it. Get 10k on this, and it's fine, right? Because this part doesn't really matter because you have nothing to call from drop that's going to matter. So really, you just want to bind 2 orders. So I don't think you have to play specifically Highlander orders to any degree. It's more about seeing specific orders when you need them. I think that's the route that you need to go. All right. Let me do some drugs real quick. Yeah, like I think instead of trying to go ham with binding orders, like getting the high count, never mind, I'll do my drugs later because I don't have water. Instead of getting the high count, I think it's about getting specific orders that you really want to activate, right? And doing that consistently. I think that's the better way to go. But I don't know. I'll mess around with this a little bit tomorrow, and like I said, I think we'll do that Thursday. Maybe we'll get your decks ready. Everyone, come back Thursday, and it'll just be all fights. We'll do Kyoka, we'll do Zorga, we'll do Solarian. We'll do a bunch of fights with those. See how it goes. I ran out. No, I have my drugs. I just don't have water to take it with. I could just swallow it, but I hate doing that. But alright, yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Thanks everyone for stopping by. We'll mess around more with Zorgussy on Thursday and do some fights and talk some more bullshit. But till then, take care of yourselves and each other. Play Vanguard and have yourselves a damn good one. I can get better at this deck. Shave your glasses become a Buddhist. I can do the glasses part. I can get some sunglasses and a suit. Shaving my head, I don't think I can do that. The Buddhist part, oh. So period of 4 is not so bad. So the ore support. Yeah, so maybe that'll help a lot. So here's a refresher course with Kyoka as well. Sure thing. You know, it's a bit simple. Ironic because she centers around orders also. Okay, we'll talk about that then. Later, y'all.